talked a couple weeks ago, you were doing an interview, and you talked about how you hope to end the war in Ukraine because it might help you get into heaven. How does this help? Does this help?
I mean, I'm being a little cute. I don't think there's anything going to get me in heaven. Okay, I really don't. I think I'm not maybe heaven bound. I may be in heaven right now as we fly in Air Force One. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to make heaven, but I've made life a lot better for a lot of people. And as an example, had the election of 2020 not been rigged, you would have millions of people living just in Russia, Ukraine alone. That would have never happened, and it didn't happen for 4 years.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and that was Donald Trump saying he's not sure whether he'll make it into heaven. Now, one, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about making it into heaven. He's still alive unless he has some type of cancer we don't know, or debilitating disease that's gonna take him out sometime soon. But who knows? Maybe he knows some shit we don't know. But he is right. I don't think he'll make it into heaven, and it's probably because he had Charlie Kirk whacked. He's probably in the Epstein files. I could keep going, but anytime somebody says that they not sure they're gonna go to heaven and they believe in the Bible, they've done some real heinous shit. Maybe him essaying that woman in 91 is true. Maybe he was going around grabbing women by the coochie. Who knows, man? But me personally, I'm a non-believer, so I don't have that worry about if I'm gonna make it or not. With my luck, I'll be reincarnated and have to come back to this hell. So then there's that. Yeah, he's got a special place with gasoline draws. Now, I don't necessarily think Donald Trump is that bad of a person, but clearly he thinks he is. So, like I said, maybe he knows some shit we don't know. Maybe back in the 70s he was essaying minors, or he was hanging out with Epstein and essaying underage kids. That's the only thing in my brain that would constitute a person not making it to the pearly gates, as if they was doing despicable scumbag shit like that. But who knows? I'm gonna be the first to say that I don't really necessarily have a problem with too many of his policies. I think him shutting down the special ed department of schools is kind of fucked up, but we'll manage. I don't have a problem with his tariffs. I was just listening to NPR station a couple months ago, and while we were only charging China 3% tariffs, they was charging us 35%. So I think fair is fair. If he wants to charge them 35%, people talking about, oh, he's making things, he's gonna make tariffs high, and that means I'm gonna have to. Yeah, that means you're gonna have to get the product from somewhere else. Now, the whole giving Argentina $20 billion and then buying rice from, or what was it? Was it rice? Long story short, we put a tariff on China, and damn, you know what? And that shit was, I just heard this shit. Oh, that's right. So he gave $20 billion to Argentina, and then Argentina turned around and sold soybeans to fucking China. After we put a tariff on them and stopped buying their soybeans, or they stopped selling they stopped buying our soybeans, we gave Argentina $20 billion and they sold soybeans to China. So yeah, I don't know if that's grounds worthy of not making it through the pearly gates. Like I said, him essaying that old woman back in 91, I don't know if that's true, but if it is, Yeah, that's probably going. That's stuff to keep you out of the pearly gates. What else did he do that was scumbag material? Not admit black people into, or allow black people to stay in his properties back in the 70s. I don't know if that's yeah, I think that is. Let me take that shit back. That's actually scumbag activities, discriminating against black people, not letting them stay in your property just because they black. So yeah, he might be right. He might be onto something. Trump might not make it to the pearly gates. I'm just happy that there's one person in the world that knows that they not making the cut. I hate when people, you know, they scumbags and they still think that they got a seat in heaven or some shit. He is honest enough to know, like, yo, I'm not gonna make that. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some people, it's probably some people at your church think that they going to heaven and they not gonna make it. At least this dude, I can honestly say, you don't gotta like this dude, but you should respect him because he keep it all the way filthy 100. Anybody that says they know they not making it to heaven, that's an admirable person, because most people would just lie to your face like they just know they going to heaven. He kept it filthy. I'm not making it to that shit. Now, I don't know if it's because he not getting in there, or he just don't want to go. And I have reason to believe it's probably both. In any event, if y'all like this episode, like, comment, subscribe, and it's out. No.